In a world obsessed with competition, where we are taught from a very young age to compare, outperform, win, what happens if we stop competing altogether? What if the person you were trying to outrun is not another person, but an old version of you? What if the real power is not in proving you are better than anyone else, but in becoming more aligned with who you truly are? Hello there, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning into Mentium, the podcast that takes you on a journey to unlock the full potential of your mind. My name is Majama. I will be your host and your guide on this adventure into the fascinating realm of mindset, mental fitness, and personal growth. In each episode, I dive deep into the intricacies of the human mind, exploring the power of positive thinking, resilience, and the strategies to cultivate a mindset that propels you towards success. So buckle up for a journey of self-discovery, empowerment, and transformation. Get ready to unleash the power of your mind with Mentium. Today's episode is inspired by a timeless piece of wisdom from Lao Tzu, shared through the lens of Dr. Dyer's book, Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. Today, I would like to explore the power of non-compete, a Taoist principle that teaches us how to lead with grace, grow with peace, and find power in self-mastery instead of rivalry. Let's be honest, our culture thrives on competition. From childhood, we are rewarded for winning and taught to measure up our worth by how we stack up against others. Grades, rewards, follower counts, salaries, even likes on a post in today's world. All of it creates an invisible scoreboard. We chase, we compare, and somewhere along the way, we forget to ask why. Comparison steals your joy, and constant competition steals your peace. A young entrepreneur I know launched her business with passion, but quickly burned out. Why? Because every time a competitor posted a win on social media, she felt behind. She was no longer creating from vision. She was reacting from insecurity. Her business became about keeping up instead of serving with purpose. If you can relate, you are not alone. This is the trap of competing outwardly. It disconnects you from your purpose and your pace. Lao Tzu wrote in the Tao Te Ching, "The master doesn't compete, yet no one can compete with them." Powerful, isn't it? This doesn't mean we lack ambition. It means our motivation is rooted in something deeper than comparison. When you live with alignment instead of ambition alone, you flow, you grow, you rise, not to beat someone, but to become more of yourself. Think of nature, for instance. The oak tree doesn't compete with the pine. The sun doesn't outshine the moon. Everything thrives by simply being what it is. That is the energy of the Tao. When you are deeply rooted in who you are, you don't need to prove anything. You simply become undeniable. Let's bring it home. What if your competition was yesterday's version of you? Not your colleague, not the influencer, not your sibling, just you from last week, last year, last season. Now here's a practice for you. At the end of each day, ask yourself, did I grow today? Did I respond with more patience than I would have last year? Did I move forward even just a little bit? If you answered yes, that's winning. That's what mastery looks like. When you compete only with yourself, you stop sprinting, you start aligning, and over time, that alignment produces results that no amount of hustle ever could. Don't compare your chapter 2 to someone else's chapter 20. You don't know the full story behind their success, and it has nothing to do with your path anyway. Let's get practical. How do we practice non-compete in real life? Number one, recognize your triggers. Ask yourself, when do I feel tempted to compare? Who do I feel most competitive with? And why? What part of me feels threatened? You see, awareness is the first step to liberation. Number two, self-check ritual. Each morning, ask, who do I want to be today? How can I honor my own path? Write it down. Focus on your goals, your values, your growth. Number three, daily affirmation. I release the need to compete. I trust my timing. I am becoming more of who I was created to be. Say it, repeat it, let it rewire your internal narrative. Number four, celebrate quiet progress. You don't have to announce every win. Let your growth speak for itself. Somebody shared with me that after they stopped looking at their peers' social media for 30 days, something happened. They focused building a daily writing habit. By the end of that month, they had clarity, peace, and momentum, and more joy than they had felt in years. That's the power of turning inward. Greatness doesn't come from dominance. It comes from alignment. Some of the most impactful leaders in the world are not the loudest. They're the most rooted, the most authentic, the most consistent. They're not focused on beating others. They've focused on becoming whole. Picture yourself running your own race. No audience, no scoreboard, just you and the quiet voice of your soul saying, keep going. That's what non-compete feels like. It's not weakness, it's wisdom. It's not passivity, it's power. Because when you master your own lane, the world takes notice. So my friend, as you step into your week, remember this. You are not here to compete. You are here to become. Let go of the pressure to prove. Let go of the need to measure. Instead, anchor yourself in growth, in peace, in purpose. Because your path is sacred and your only competition is you. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Mentium podcast. If this message spoke to you, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. And as always, if you haven't subscribed, please do so and leave a review to help others discover the power of non-compete. Until next time, keep growing, keep becoming, and never forget, you are enough. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. I am Majama, and this is Mentium. Peace.